What's good, my Sorklings? Now with the second wave of Sorc changes announced and released into G-Labs, it's time for the overview showcase in Kaiju style. So let's get this shit started. First up, we'll start off with the pre-awakening. The movement slow effects of Claws of Darkness has been changed to casting speed plus 5% for 10 seconds. When using Nightcrow during Dream of Doom, the skill won't be cancelled, so not apply for Imminent Doom. So this new interaction will work out like this. You can cast your Dream of Doom, allow the cast time to completely finish, then you can iframe into any direction and throw your dream right after. That is the only way to pull off this interaction and will not work if you iframe during the casting animation. When using Shadow Kick during cooldown, the damage has been fixed so it applies even on cooldown. Dark Backstep's movement range and speed has been increased. When using Absolute Darkness released after Nightcrow, the cancel interaction has been made to be faster and smoother. However, the ability animation speed has been significantly decreased, as well as the original distance. This perhaps might be a bug, as it doesn't seem to have been mentioned in the patch notes, or possibly a change that has not been mentioned yet. Darkness released ability attack range has been increased as well. When using Forward Darkness released, your stamina will now passively recover. And that wraps up a few tweaks and changes done to pre-awakening. Now onward to the awakening changes and additions. The ability Flow Russian Crow has a couple new changes. The skill name will soon be officially changed to Crow Wing. The ability also has a critical hit rate plus 40% upon use, now acting as the second ability to keep your crit up next to Midnight Stinger. And lastly, Rushing Crow's movement has been increased. The distance has been pushed up to similar or same distance of Prime Rushing Crow on Succession, and is only just a bit of distance away from Shadow Leap. So now Awakening Sorc has two big movement leaps to chain after each other for faster chases or faster movement from A to B in grinding spots. Violation has a couple of new changes as follows. When using this skill during cooldown, the slashing hit with camera rotation effect has been improved. Skill slashing range has been increased. Skill slashing hit applied before the hit motion has been fixed as well. While using the Violation ability, you can use the inputs S and R and B to consume one whole shard and allows you to bring back your Violation without having to rotate your camera. This change will be a massive quality of life change for console players, as well as moving your screen on PC is not much of an issue as it may be for some using a controller. Overall pushes the difficulty of Awakening PvE grind to be much easier. When consuming one whole shard to reactivate your Violation, it will no longer apply your Shards of Darkness AP buff anymore. Skills PvE knockback effect has been removed as well. Dead Hunt's PvE knockback and rotation effects have been removed. Black Wave's PvE knockback effect is removed, and now the floating effect on one hit is now universal and no longer just PvE. Flow Vial plan has been changed as well. Frontal Guard has been removed. Skills Stiffen effect has been added universally to PvP as well. Skills Float effect will also apply in PvP as well. Soul Harvest has been changed as well. Skill now flows into Soul Reaper. The critical hit rate buff for 10 seconds has been removed and now has a 5% casting speed buff for 15 seconds instead. You will no longer need to hold Shift and Q to fully finish the animation. You can just press Shift and Q once and the animation will finish it itself. You can still cancel out of the ability at any time as well. You can also use the ability from Hotbar and can be activated and used from pre-awakening stance. Skill range has been improved as well. Additional changes to Soul Harvest are as follows. Before the changes, knockback upon successful additional hit, air attack upon successful additional hit. Now after changes, float upon successful additional hit, air attack and down attack on all hits as well. In the Awakening form, after using Nightcrow, you can cancel into Soul Harvest for the final hit. Flow Cry of Darkness has been changed as well. Now upon activation, it will now consume 5 fragments as cost. The cooldown has changed from 3 seconds to now 4 seconds. Turn backslash has been changed as follows. New animation has been introduced, however the CC range is still a solid 180-degree angle and not a 360 AoE bound. The CC and damage range are both still 180 degrees. The shard recovery effect has been removed as well. And finally, a new ability has been added to the Awakening kit, known as Swirling Darkness, a full super armor ability that deals massive amounts of damage. This ability can flow into Soul Reaper as well. The core Blades of Darkness has been removed and is now the core Swirling Darkness that will give the ability a floating CC on one hit. And that just about wraps up the Awakening changes that were implemented into the second wave. Now on to the Succession changes. Prime Black Wave's range and radius has been increased and implemented on this G-Labs patch. It has now only 3 waves into the 1 pop. No longer is it 4 waves but 3. And of course, the guaranteed down smash on the 3rd wave still applies and exists. And that just about wraps up the Succession changes for the 2nd wave. Yeah, as I said before, I'll have an entirely different video discussing my opinions personally on these succession changes. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the New Awakening Sword changes and what you like and don't like. For those Succession Sword players watching, don't worry, stay tuned for the next video. I'll discuss everything from there. And of course, I'll see you guys in the next video, my Swordlings. Peace.